This video is not meant for children and is brought to you by support from Patreon. Hello, and welcome back. I am Maester Aelix, and this is Stellaris Empires. And we are right back where we left off here on the Empire Select screen, so let's go select an Empire. Alright, this episode we're looking at Necrophage as an origin, and oh, it is a sweet one. The Empire I made is called the Gamp Cabal, because I thought that was a really cool word. This civilization evolved as a parasite, forced to feed off other sapient life forms to sustain itself. As it arrives on the galactic stage, other species will either be brought into the fold or become its food. For the Necrophage, there can be no other way. Alright, so let's get going. Starting off, I chose to go with a Lithoid this time. At first, it was just an aesthetic choice because Lithoids were still, newish. But this actually gives you a ton of really good advantages that I cannot express properly on the select screen. Additionally, I selected this Lithoid because it kind of looked like the room icon in the back, which I'm like, yeah, I'm a sucker for aesthetics this time. So, we are the Gamp, Cabal, Gamps, etc. Nameless Necroid 1 because I think it's the planet names. They seem monosyllabic. And since there's a superior, one name will do, even though we are multiples. We are Lithoids. We no longer have to worry about food. We do minerals instead. Pop growth speed is down. Pop assembly speed is down. Habitability up. And Necrophage. This species of near immortals procreates by consuming pops of other species. If I can... I can't. Okay. Well, I can't get the entire list, but the list is huge. Leader lifespan, 80 years. Pop growth speed, down 75%. Organic pop assembly speed, down 50%. Food upkeep is down 50%. Pop mineral upkeep is down 50%. Pop energy upkeep is down 50%. Yeah, when you combine Lithoid and Necrophage, not only do you live for, ever, there's just so many things you don't have to worry about. Alright, I went with Intelligent because that's generally good. Volatile Excretions, Unruly, because the pop growth is so slow, Empire size is not going to matter. Plus, we're also going to be eating people, so pop size. Weak, we're not going to be doing a whole lot of army damage. We have other plans. And Quick Learners, we're going to live forever, why not learn quickly? Alright, we have a pre-patent species. These are the people that we're eating first. And I went with other Lithoids just so we didn't have to deal with actual food. Plus, I don't like this particular Lithoid art. So I'm like, no, we're going to eat these guys. They are the Zri. I gave them Lithoid name 1 because it's the long drawn out, lot of apostrophes kind of thing. So it's like, I'm Muk or Feka. No. We're going to eat you, give you a much simpler name. And these are also Lithoids. We gave them Fleeting. Very strong because they're going to be slaves. They're going to be working. Slow Learners because they're not going to be leaders. Deviants because they don't matter. And Gaseous Byproducts because that makes two things our populations now produce. That's why I selected that. Alright, I went with an Alpine world. Entirely for the aesthetics. The Necroids and Alpine look very natural together. The planet is Ruk, the star name is Rukat, and it's a trinary for no particular reason. I just think they're cool. And of course, city appearance, we went with Necroid. And room 24, mostly because I think it's this delightfully regal thing. So, Necrophage. Our homeworld has a chamber of elevation. So that gives Necrophyte jobs, 1 to 3 of those. Necrophage, 12 pre-sapient pops, guaranteed habitable worlds replaced with a pre-FTL civilization, which we can then, gobble up. Only Necrophage pops can be rulers or recruited as leaders. which is fine. And the requirements are we cannot be a xenophile, we do not have fanatic egalitarianism, we are not a machine intelligence, we do not have death cult, which is sad, it really is. We do not have empaths, we do not have permanent employment, and we are not machines. Easily enough. What I did for these guys, I went fanatic authoritarian and militarist, so we could be barbaric despoilers and slavers, which is just a good combo. So, barbaric despoilers. This society holds few things sacred. To light is to live, and the strongest may seize whatever they covet. We do not do migration treaties. We can form but not join federations other than martial alliances. We have the despoilation casus belli on all other empires, and we can unlock raiding. And we want to raid because that lets us just steal pops from planets. So we're bombing them to death and stealing their populations. When we get their populations, we, make them slaves. And then we, do the parasite thing and eat them. Which is all too exciting. Plus, this one has the council position of labor intendant, which reduces our empire size from slaves, which is great. Or we have slaver guilds. The slave pop resources output is up by 10%, and the slave population ratio is 35%, which is great. And if we wanted to, if the slaves are getting unhappy, we can switch over to the labor magistrate to make the slaves happier. This requires some degree of authoritarian and not pleasure seekers. This has some degree of militarist and fanatic authoritarian or regular authoritarian. Does not have xenophile, does not have fanatic xenophile, does not have fanatic purifiers, and does not have the common ground origin. Easily enough done. And of course I went with Imperial because I don't want to be bothered with elections. So the idea is, we find worlds, we raid worlds, and then we use them for slaves. And the slaves are then used for pop. So there we go. Necroid voice.
Death comes for all sapients in the end.
There we go.
But no one said it couldn't be led a merry chase first.
Yeah, if we're going to be the Necrophage, I want to have the Necroid voice. So we're the Gamp Cabal, or for short, the Gamp. This particular flag, I didn't spend a whole lot of time with, but I am very happy with. Pale green, pale brown, tan thing feels very left out in the sun. Like it used to be brighter, but it's faded. And then this symbol here is just fancy. Like, you can maybe see something ominous here, or you could see, like, ascension through here. And you combo that with this gentle sweeping motion, and it feels more ascended. But it is hollow in the middle. For me, this feels really good for Necrophage. It's the fancy with the gold and the... Yeah. Ship appearance, we went with Lithoid, though, you know what? I'm going to change it. Because these Necroid ships, yeah, we're doing Necrophage, let's have Necroids. And, yeah, we've done a lot of Lithoids. And Necroids look so good. I hit random on the ruler name. They are the warlord, and their heir is the cage keeper, which is just creepy. With the lithoid noise, because we can't change it, but that's fine. And I went with color variant 3, because it blends more into the background. Though if I wanted to lean more into the little purple gems in the back, I'd go with 2. But I'm sticking with 3. And ruler trait, principles, stability, always good. Can never go wrong with stability. So the Gamp Cabal, look at that. So yeah, the leader lifespan plus 50 years, leader lifespan plus 80 years. These guys last forever. It's amazing, and I love it. Get into the game, and I can show you some of what we're doing. In the not-so-distant past, Ruck was dominated by a fairly unremarkable species. To all onlookers, they would have seemed to be following a standard, meandering course of development, with occasionally rapid periods of innovation interspersed with much longer periods of seemingly insurmountable setbacks. However, unbeknownst to them, their planet was home to a second intelligent species. Us. For millennia, we, the Gamp, have remained undetected by the planet's proprietors. Little more than vague rumors of terrors in the night. We were a fairy tale told only to scare the misbehaving juveniles, but they were wrong to discount us. As their rate of technological progress quickened, so did our infiltration of their society. When their fall came, it was swift and bloody. We ruthlessly took control of their planet, our precursors reduced to subservience and gradual absorption into the Gamp race. Now armed with recently discovered secret FTL travel, we are ready to take to the stars and remake all species in the galaxy in our likeness. Yes! Yeah, they are unapologetically ungood people. Alright, science ship, I want you to survey here so we can, get things going. So we have a few planets within immediate vicinity. Oh, double over there. Nice. So those are always things you want to start looking into right away, because, like it said, habitable worlds has been reduced. Instead, you get more pre-FTL worlds, which will be great. We just need to find them and start bombing them. Speaking of which, we'll also want to get our fleet up to at least a good starting size. We are lacking in being able to upgrade it or reinforce it. There we go. At least a little bit. Alright, science ship. Get that leader, yes please. Alright. So as such, we're definitely going to want to become, definitely look into more of your warlike settings. Supremacy, there it is. Naval capacity, army damage, war doctrines, and ascension perks. So yeah. There we go. Orbital bombardment damage, yes. There we go. Can we get more fleet, please? There we go. But for now, we definitely want to start bombing some aliens into oblivion. Starbases.
Construction venture completed.
Build speed. There we go. Make sure you set yourself to raiding. There we go.
The situation log has been amended.
Hostile against us? Yes, please. That's fine. Alright, fleet. Begin the bombardment. You believe yourself in advanced civilization? How quaint. This changes everything as we came across these aliens that we're now actively bombarding. Yeah, they have some armies, but that's being reduced. They only have 4 pops, which, in theory, we should be able to relatively quickly absorb. A pop was abducted! Hooray! Alright, we're out of food. Well, we don't really care. Let's see. Yep, stole another one. There we go. Food shortage. Biological pop. Okay, so we'll just buy ourselves a little bit of food. Because they're not going to need much and they're not going to last long. But this is why I went with barbaric despoilers. Oh! Another precursor species. Excellent.
Construction venture completed.
There we go. The last of the elders have been abducted into slavery from the source of from their home. A few scattered survivors might still be roaming the planet's wilderness, but not enough to maintain any kind of civilization. Oh yeah, there we go. And now there's 2 planets that could be potentially habitable. Actually, 100% habitable. I love it. So, that is why they gave us, instead of habitable planets immediately, they gave us pre-FTL civilizations, which is excellent. Now, I've seen some people play with the Civic that, you earn more from learning. You earn more when you learn from the pre-FTL civilizations. And I can see that. That's a really cool combo. Where it's like, oh no, you don't get habitable worlds. You get these pre-FTL civilizations instead. And then we get more bonuses from them. And that is a way to play this. But I much prefer the barbaric despoilers. Just stealing the people. That's what we do. and it'll be glorious. Okay. Here we go.
Assistant completed.
Lord of War. Why not? Alright. Well, now you get the idea. This is an aggressive, barbaric people, and we are here to steal the people, and yeah, we're not gonna treat them nicely. That's not what we do. In fact, you want to go into our species, set rights. They are slaves, and basic subsistence. Slavery type. Yep. So do as you wish. Oh. The elevation ceremony. This is what I was waiting for. Ever since the Gamp takeover of Ruck, the transformation of Yelonian Gamps have been shrouded in the ritual. Once every 10 years, a date which is rapidly approaching, the apprentices gather in the Chamber of Elevation for a special ceremony. What exactly happens to them is a closely guarded secret known only to a select few. But when they emerge, they do so as Gamps. Let the preparations commence! At the end of the year, all necrophiles on Ruck will be converted into Gamps. We have converted 3 pops into our species on an elevation ceremony on Ruck. Excellent, excellent. And that's how we go. Alright, well now that you know what's going on, here's where I'm going to say thank you all for joining me. I really hope you're enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying making it for all of you. If you do, you know what to do, and that's to like, comment, and of course subscribe. It's a little click for you and a really big deal for me, and I greatly appreciate everyone who does. Also, feel free to check out 5 or 6 more of these videos to show the algorithm that you really do like it. And check out the links down below, because that's where the really good stuff is, including access to my Patreon campaign, which has a lot of rewards. Check it out, you might even like it. And with that being said, I shall see you all on the next one. And I'd like to give a special shout out to all my patrons who help make these videos possible. Aaron Smith, Brian Pelfrey, Chris Armstrong, Dennis Detman, Harry Thompson, and Mark Milius. Thank you all so much for your contributions. I wouldn't have this channel without you. Thank you very much.